ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Thurs Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The BAISS Sudden Death Softball Playoffs got underway yesterday at Freedom Farm. Julian Gibson starts us off with the senior boys.
Benson, after flying along all season long with a perfect record, the Principal Falcons picked the wrong time to lose in a playoff matchup last night against Nassau Christian Academy. Boy, the Crusaders pounded the Falcons, eliminating them 17-3.
My boys came out to play, and as such, they got the job done. Our first game, when we played in the regular season, they defeated us 10-0, but it was a game of errors, and it was a good game, but it's just that we just weren't settled in as yet. But as the season go along, we started to come around, and the confidence of the boys started to build, and on such, you could see it in their eyes and their body language that they were a very confident bunch coming into this game.
Now with that win by the Crusaders, they are confident about going all the way.
That's a whole new game all over again. But I know my boys will give a good account of themselves. They have been doing so far for the season. Well-disciplined set of boys, very dedicated, very committed to the sport, very committed to their school. And I must say thanks to them all because I'm really proud of them. They really work hard this year. It's a young team. This is our second year. It was really a 3-year program. We were targeting next year as to be the championship. But hey, this year is beckoning. We'll go for it this year.
Now the Senior Boys Private School Championships will get started this coming Monday. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
All right, thanks a lot, Julian. Now, SAC was also a big winner on the opening day of the private school softball playoffs. Their junior girls shut out NCA 10-0, while their senior girls also put a blank job on QC, winning 9-0.
My team was prepared. We know what we had to do, and they executed.
Player was excellent. We came out here, we executed, we shut them down, and that's what we were going to do for the championship.
We will definitely win the junior girls title. Out of the 3 teams have the same attitude. We are positive, we are prepared, and we're going to go all the way.
Now, in the only other game played yesterday, the Queens College Comets junior boys, they came up big, beating the pennant-winning St. Andrews Hurricanes, a final there of 8-5. The Crater Bulldogs are still basking in the glory of repeating as champions at the Bahamas Softball Federation's Round Robin Nationals, and as Charles Fisher tells us, a dynasty may be in the making.
Last year, they caught many teams by surprise. This year, they came back and dominated, going undefeated in the Abaco Softball Association regular season playoffs and championships, only to lose their first game in the opener of the Bahamas Softball Federation Round Robin Tournament, then finding their groove to claim back-to-back national championships. It was the manner in which they did it that impressed Coach Hazel McDonald.
I mean, I think it should put us right up in the top with anybody in the Bahamas. We beat everybody in the Bahamas. We had pitchers there, you know, Edney and Alcott and Freddie Cornish, and you know, we had all these pitchers there representing this time, and we went right through them and really dominated there to the end, stepped our game up, and everybody came through when we needed to.
Mark Douglas has been a part of this run for the past 2 years.
Anytime you could come back and beat Nassau, beat Elutra, we beat some of the best pitchers in the Bahamas, and anytime you could shut Nassau, stop them in 5 innings, come on, we is the best, we is the #1.
Championship MVP and national team player Lyle Sawyer says the team knows when it's time to rise to that next level.
I haven't seen these boys hit the ball like that since we've been all together.
The Bulldogs creating a dynasty over there in Abaco. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks a lot, Charles. Well, our 2 bowlers are done with competition at the World Cup in Poland. On the ladies' side, Zania Johnson finished 46 out of 70 bowlers with 2,658 pins and a 177 average. As for the men, Lee Davis was 55th out of 82 bowlers with 2,916 pins and a 194 average. Now, both bowlers failed to make the cut, and they will return home for a few days before joining up with the rest of their teammates to represent the Bahamas at the CAC Games in Mexico.
We may be a relatively small country with a small pool of people, but because we've seen success in the past from other Bahamians, we expect big things from such a small group. Sonny Lockhart won a silver in the Commonwealth Games in 1993, and we've had other successes over the years. So we've got individuals that we can point to and say, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it.
The College of the Bahamas will host its 40th anniversary men's basketball game tomorrow night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Tip-off time is set for 8 o'clock, and the Caribs will take on the Florida Memorial Lions.
We played them last year, late in the year. So they do have a lot of returning players. I think they just have probably 3 or 4 new players. So we know that they're big, up-tempo game. They have 2 6'11" guys. They got a real nice player. We call him the Bear from watching footage. He killed us last year. We do know that they like to come with a lot of pressure. We are going to do our very best to try and work through that and try to pull a victory off. We want the public to come out, bring the kids, bring the high school basketball players so they can see something a bit different from what they're used to. Bring the Pee Wee basketball players, so like my son age, the primary school team, so that they can see something different. Parents, come out and support the College of the Bahamas. All of the proceeds from this goes directly towards the athletic program, not only basketball, but there's soccer, there's volleyball. We have a wonderful ladies softball team that I thought did so well this year. And so we really want people to come out and support us so that we can do some things for athletics in the future for COB.
The countdown is on for the 30th annual Father Martian Peters Basketball Classic. Action gets underway on December 5th at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, and officials plan to be strict about age requirements.
If your kid is 16, don't let him play in this tournament unless they're senior girls. If your kid is a boy and he is 16, he is not eligible for this tournament. So the ages for the junior boys is 15 and under. The ages for intermediate boys, 15 and under. The intermediate division was established for senior high schools with junior high players still in there. We wanted to give them the opportunity to play because they wouldn't have had that opportunity otherwise. Primary boys, there is no age for primary boys and girls. You must be in primary school. Coaches and principals on the family islands, if your kid is in the 7th grade and they're still 12, they cannot play in the tournament.
And that will do it for sports. Have a good evening, everybody.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.